Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So today is an exciting video. It's my monthly collaboration that I do with Amethyst Winters, Jen, Beauty Dreams by Naomi. So Naomi, Desi from DEZI'S Corner, and myself, and Colleen from Uniquely Individually Me has just joined as well. So instead of a 4 colour collab, it's a 5 colour collab. Bit nervous about this one because they are quite random colours, but I am going to try my best with it. I will show you on my hand. I'll do hand swatches of all the colours that I'm going to be using. Just wait till you see how many palettes I've got and one single eyeshadow. All those palettes just to choose 5 colours. It's ridiculous really. Right, so Colleen from Uniquely Individually Me chose a pastel orange. I don't have any pastel oranges in my collection. I'm going to choose something from the BH Cosmetics Festival palette. There are a few, like there's one that speaks out to me the most, which is quite muted. Now I was thinking that one at first. That one is Fortune, which is, it's more of a yellow toned orange I think. Then there's this one which is slightly darker, but that one's more muted. I'll show you what they both look like and then we'll decide. Can you see how that one's got, it pulls more yellow, so I wouldn't really choose that one. And then Beat definitely pulls more orange, which isn't as smooth as Fortune, but that one's Beat. If I just go with a light hand it will be okay, so we'll scrap Fortune and that's the one that I'm going to be using. Right, then Desi from DEZI'S Corner chose Fuchsia, so the one that I'm going to be using is from another Profusion palette. It's called the Profusion Wanderlust. Very, very beautiful palette, and it's this one here, Go Girl, which has got quite a purple undertone, but it is fuchsia, which I'm really scared of. I steer away from pink eyeshadow normally. So that's the second colour. Naomi from Beauty Dreams with Naomi. No, it's not. It's Beauty Dreams by Naomi. I apologise, Naomi, about that. I'm always getting it wrong. So yeah, I'm going to go in with the blue from this palette because I've not used it. It's the Love in London palette by BH Cosmetics and it's the shade London, and I've not used that one yet. So that's that one there. It's a beautiful satin shimmer blue. Right, and then we've got, I don't know where I've put it. Oh yeah, it's right in front of me. Then we've got Jen's from Amethyst Winters. I thought I'd use this today. This might clash with the shade that I've chosen. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. But this one is a metallic lilac and she said she wanted to go with the lilac lavender shade. I've not used this. I don't know even if I've used it since I've got it. And I've had it ages. So that's what it looks like. Where am I going to put you? Here. So that's Jen's, and then I'll show you mine. The only clue I've got of where I'm going to start is with the shade that Colleen chose. I'm going to put that in the crease. The other shades, I do not have a clue, ladies. I hope you got on better than I do. Right, so the silver that I've chosen, sorry, I chose silver, and I'm going to be using this Deck of Scarlet palette. I can't remember who made this one, but it's irrelevant anyway. It's in the shade Diamond Dust. I think they're going to clash, so we're going to have to put them elsewhere on the eye. Can you see? See, this one looks silver on camera, but I promise you it is a lilac lavender. It even says it's metallic lilac on the actual pot. So, and then what I thought is, I've not used this Mercury Retrograde in a while. I got it a few months back, and I thought I'd use a silver topper as well. So I thought I'd go in with Nebula over the top of my silver. I think I'm going to change the lilac just so I can use this palette more. What I could go in with is Libra and then use Ultraviolet over the top. Let me just get a wipe and I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know why I just didn't check this palette in the first place. It's got some really pretty shades in it, hasn't it? Right, so yeah, I think, yeah, we'll go in with Libra, which is quite lilac-y. So that's it by itself, but that's too dull by itself. What I want to do then is go in with Ultraviolet over the top. Give it some bling. Oh yes. Isn't that beautiful? Oh yes, look at that. See, that looks so different in comparison to that now, and I feel more comfortable using that shade, whereas the other silver shade in the pot that I just showed you, where are you? This one look quite more silver tone than lilac, I think. I will be using that in an upcoming video, just not today. So yeah, these are the 5 shades, and I don't know why I'm so nervous about using them, but I am pretty darn nervous, guys. So yeah, these are going to completely pull me out of my comfort zone. This orange won't be too bad. I can use that as a crease shade. I don't know where I'm going to place the other shades at all. Maybe I'll put this blue on the lash line. Then I'll put these on the eyelids. And then I'll put the pink at the end. I think I figured it out. Right, so let's get started. If I can actually find my brush. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a Festival palette now. And I'm going to go in with that Beat shade. So again, it's just that one there. This palette is absolutely worth the money, guys. I think I paid £6.99 for it from TK Maxx. If you come across it, I would say for sure. Maybe if you don't have much of a collection, or if you do have much of a collection and you want more like bright shades, I would recommend it if you can get it at that price. I think, yeah, the original retail price and it's £15, which isn't expensive for, is it 30? No, 35 shadows. I thought you got 31, so that's not expensive for that amount of shadows. Anyway, let's stop talking and actually get into this video, otherwise it's going to be so long. I've noticed when I do my videos, out of the other 4 people that do their videos, or did their videos up until this month, I don't know about Colleen, but her videos don't seem to be as long as mine as well. I've seen quite a few of her videos, and yeah, I seem to take the longest to do my eye looks. I'm going to zoom you in. See, that is, I wouldn't say it's pastel, but it is quite nice. And I'm going to blend it out even further, just so really it is more kind of a wash of colour. I am a little bit disappointed that I don't have any pastels in my collection. Out of all the palettes I've got, I can't believe I don't have a pastel orange, but I never used to go for colour, so I'm not surprised. I think that's the next thing I'll get. Beauty Bay have got this really nice pastel eyeshadow palette, and it's only £10, but even that doesn't have an orange in it. It has all the other pastel shades you could want, but not an orange. I'd be interested to see where everyone else is getting their pastel orange from. So let's blend that out now. Right. It's looking more brown on camera. I might have to put some of that other orange on it. Right, let's try some of Fortune. That to me is looking more brown. I was just looking at that shade there, but that's more red toned. I'm going to go in with Fortune and see if we can sort it out to look more orange. It is getting a little bit more orange. That's just going to have to do. I can't use a colour that I don't have. And Colleen did say just use the lightest one that you've got, which are these. I'm letting the side down, aren't I? I'm not having a pastel orange. Right, so what am I doing now? I said these, didn't I? So silver and purple. I think silver on the inner corner, and then purple, and then fuchsia on the outer V. And then I think I'm going to use, actually, what am I going to use for inner corner? I might pull something from something else. What does this have? I think this has got, maybe even use this as inner corner, or that's Cosmic by the way, or Supermoon, which is a white frosted shade. I'll figure it out as I go. My problem is I'm trying to figure it out too much now. I'm thinking about it too much and I'm thinking, is this going to be a mess? That needs blending out more than it is. Right, let's get the fuchsia on. I'm just going to take this cargo brush. It's a magic eye brush. I don't know why it's magic, but yeah, it is. I was going to use one out of the Wanderlust palette, but I may as well use this shade. That's fuchsia. And that one is Rave. And if I don't like how this one looks, I'll go into the Wanderlust palette. Hope this doesn't look a hot mess. And I really only want this on this portion of the eye, the outer V, because I do not do fuchsia, ladies. Don't do pinks or reds. And for me, this is probably one of the worst eyeshadows I will ever use. I mean, pink looks good on some people, doesn't it? It's just, for me, I don't feel like it does. Right. We'll blend that in a little bit as well. That one's done with. Oh, I need to go in with my Deck of Scarlet palette. So let's do silver on the inner portion of the eye, and then we'll do purple so it kind of blends in with that fuchsia shade. So I'm just going in with this Diamond Dust shade on my little accent brush. Yeah, to about there. Then I'm going to go in with Nebula, this one here, again on the same accent brush, just as a topper. Right, so the battery went, so I had to, not the battery, the external light went, so I had to charge that up. All I've done is gone in with that silver from the Deck of Scarlet palette and then put in some Nebula. But I want the Nebula to show up a little bit more, so I might just spritz my brush and see if we can get it a little bit more pigmented. I've just put the tiniest amount of spray on, so let's see. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to go in with the same on the other eye. So again, it's Diamond Dust. So I'm quite late in doing this time. Normally I do it quite a few days before, and it's like we're on the 19th today and it goes up on the 20th each month. I didn't actually think I'd be able to do it because I've just been so sick, guys. I've really been struggling, and every time I think I'm getting better, I just seem to struggle even more. It's been nearly 2 weeks now since I had this cold and cough. So yeah, but I did want to obviously do it because I really look forward to doing these collabs every month. I'm just going back in with Nebula. Really pretty. I'm going to spray it. See, it looks more pigmented on this side. Just try and build it up a bit more. Yeah, that's about right. The battery's going as well, now it's flashing at me. So now I'm going to try and use this brush to go in with Libra. I don't know how well it will work, but let's go in with Libra first. And I'm going to pull it all the way to where that fuchsia shade is. Just so it blends in with it. Gosh, can you hear my stomach rumbling? I need to get something to eat once I've done this video. Right, and then we're going to go in with Ultraviolet, which is just absolutely stunning. I have used it before, I think. And it looks like we'll be spraying the brush on this shade as well. Now this palette, out of all the big palettes that Huda Beauty have brought out, this is the only one that I've wanted. I've got the one, the nude one that she brought out. Well, I haven't got it, I've got a dupe of it, so I don't feel like I need it. Maybe in time I'll get it, I don't know. But at the moment I don't feel like I need it. I don't like the colour story of the Naughty Nude. Because they're quite dark tones and I don't wear them kind of tones. And I don't know if there was any more she brought out, any of the really big ones like this. I prefer the smaller palettes. She's bringing one out, well, she's actually brought one out. It's on Cult Beauty at the moment, which I really, really want. It's one of the 9-pan palettes, and it's the gold. It's called Gold. It looks so, so stunning. And I showed my mum it last night, and she went, "Oh, it's just makeup to me, that, Andrea." And I'm like, "Mum, it's so, so beautiful." I think I'll be getting it either in December or January. I want to get the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice first, just because I know it's going to be limited edition like the other one was last year. I didn't really like that one, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't like it, so I didn't get that one. But this Pumpkin Spice one looks really, really nice, so I want to get that this month in time for Christmas, and I can do some Christmas looks with it. Right, now we'll spritz the brush. It's really nice. I like it. I like how it's turning out. I feel like the fuchsia needs to be a little bit more pigmented, but we can do that at the end. For inner corner highlight, I think I want to use this one, this Cosmic one. If I don't like the way it looks, I'll go in with a little bit of Supermoon. From what I can remember, Supermoon is a little bit more chunky. Oh, I like that. So this is one of the colours that I've used extra. It's like a bonus colour, but you can do that as long as you're using the 5 eyeshadows, which I am. You can actually use any extras that you want to make the look. I really like how that's looking. So I need to go in with a navy blue, which is Naomi's colour, before I forget. So for that one, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Love in London palette. And I would have liked to use it all over the lid really, because I've not used it, but I'm quite happy with the way it's looking. I think I'm just going to put that all on the lash line. Yeah, that's nice. And then I just want to go in with fuchsia and make it a little bit more pigmented, and then we can blend it out a little bit, and then we're done. Right, so I think I'm going to go in with this one from the Wanderlust as well, and just because it looks more pigmented. Yeah, it is. It's called Go Go, by the way. So this is, again, the shade that Desi chose. I don't actually mind it with that purple shade there. I feel like it blends in quite well. The only thing is now I've took more off that purple shade in from the Huda. Let's go back in with that. So yeah, we're gonna go back in with Ultraviolet. And a little bit on the other side, on the right side. And I feel like I'm losing some silver on the left, on some of the nebula. Let's just take this shade off and put a bit more of that on. Why does the right side look better? I don't know if it's because the light is catching it more. You know, from my external light, it's catching it more on the right. Right, so now we're just going to blend a little bit more. I'll just go in with a Spectrum brush because I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep it in my brush collection or pass it on. I'm just blending that fuchsia shade out a little bit as well. I bet just as I'm finishing this video up, the battery goes on because it's really flashing. It still feels like there's more fuchsia on this side. Why can't I just get it right? Yeah, that's a bit better. What about the silver? Oh my gosh. That'll just do. Right, so now then we're going to be tight lining. Sharpen this pencil, yeah. What did I say? I couldn't get through this because the battery went on me. So I'm just going to be using this Too Faced Love black eyeliner. It's in the shade Perfect Black. It's part of Project Pan and there really isn't much left on it. It's just about that much. So there's enough, but it's not a lot. I sharpened it last night. So yeah, we're just going to tight line with it. I'm not really sure what lipstick I'm going to wear with this multicolour look. It's like, I've made mine like it's from another galaxy because I've used the Huda Retrograde palette as well. I hope that's okay with everyone. Mascara. So I'm just going to go in with the Makeup Gallery one that I'm using. I am looking forward to seeing everyone's looks though. I say this every single month, but I am. I kind of binge watch everyone's looks when I know that they're going up. Now I don't know why, but there's some black here. See if we can blend that in a bit. Yeah, wipe that off now. Right, so just feel like this is a bit patchy this side. I'm also going to get my Too Faced chocolate bar and use some of the white chocolate on the brow bone just because I'm looking and it doesn't look right, so that's 2 extra shades that I've used. Yeah, so let's just quickly put this on, then we'll get a lipstick. Gives me a chance to use some of this shade because it is part of Project Pan. So then I'm just going to go and get a lipstick and I'll be back shortly. Right, so I've just pulled the first one of the Revolution and it was Lifelong and it's quite a neutral pink shade. So yeah, I think I'll be using this. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm not too sure whether it'll go with this look, but let's use it anyway. Yeah, I think it looks really, really nice with this look. So this is what my look looks like, using all 5 shades plus 2 extras, which I don't normally do. I normally just stick to, like, the last couple of months it's been 4 shades because there've been 4 ladies in the group. But now obviously Colleen has come over, which I'm so excited about. So this is what the look looks like. It's really, really pretty. It's turned out. Yeah, so normally we've been using like 4 colours. Really excited that we got to use 5 colours. It did take me out of my comfort zone, as you saw in the beginning of this video. I just had to figure out where the placement of everything needed to be. Normally I just kind of go in and don't think about it too much. But in this video I really did need to think about it. Just mainly because there's a couple of like eyeshadows that I wouldn't normally... I mean, the orange was fine. I knew that I could use that in the crease, and you know, I kind of like muted that down a little bit. But the fuchsia on the outer V, I would never use a fuchsia eyeshadow. Like I said earlier, I don't like pinks. But yeah, I feel like it's turned out okay, and it looks nice blended in with the purple from the Huda Mercury Retrograde, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way the look turned out. So this is my look. I'm really, really looking forward to Naomi's, Colleen's DEZI'S and Jen's looks. So yeah, I can't wait for them. I won't have to wait too much longer. As I said earlier, I'm filming this on the 19th, which is just the day before that all the ladies will put up their looks. So yeah, go and check out their channels. I'll leave them all listed down below. I would really appreciate it, and if you do, just tell them that I sent you over. So I'm back. So after all that, I realised right at the end of the video, after I'd edited, that I haven't really spoken about the ladies in the collaboration, so I just wanted to briefly come back on camera and speak about them. So first of all, we have Amethyst Winters. She started this collab, so it's only fair that I get to speak to her. I get to speak about her first. Her channel is primarily, I would say, collabs. She does a lot of collaborations with other YouTubers, which I just think is great. It gives you a chance to get to know other YouTubers as well. So yeah, I'm all for doing collabs myself. She also, looking at her channel, she also does similar content to me. She basically takes a palette and does so many looks with it. So yeah, we do similar content. I think the most looks I've done with my channel at the moment is 5 days 5 looks. The most I've done on my channel is 5 days 5 looks. But Amethyst Winters, Jen, has done a lot more with other palettes. So yeah, I really do like looking at those kind of videos. They give you inspiration to do a look if you've got that particular palette. So there is that. Then she does first impressions like I do. I'm just trying to look through her channel. Oh, that's it. She does another collab with DEZI from DEZI'S Corner. 32 looks, 1 palette. So yeah, she does 32 looks, 1 palette with DEZI'S Corner, and that one was with the James Charles palette. Well, the Morphe and James Charles palette. So that's really good because there's a lot of eyeshadows that you can use there. I'm just trying Chatty Get Ready With Me's and using Shop My Stash and Project Pan, which I've done as well in the past. I've not done it recently so much just because I've really not had time with me doing the 5 days 5 looks, and obviously I do a couple of extra videos and I do a Shop My Stash once a week, but I've not done a look with the products in the Shop My Stash. So now we will move on to Beauty Dreams with Naomi, by Naomi, not with, I've said it again. So Beauty Dreams by Naomi is next that we're going to talk about. So Naomi, I've spoke to her the longest. I love her and her channel so much. She's got great content on it. I do love all the ladies in the group, but Naomi was the first person in the group that I started speaking to. And we speak on a regular basis now. I have known her quite a while and feel like I can talk to her about anything, not just makeup. She's become a really good friend. So she does Chatty Get Ready With Me's. She put one up yesterday. And well, I watched it yesterday. I think it went up a couple of days ago, and it was about being insecure on YouTube, and I could relate to that video so much. I've spoken to her about it already, and yeah, I can relate to how she's feeling. I suffer with social anxiety myself, so I really do find it hard to meet people, and I always wonder what their perception is of me. So I really can relate to you, Naomi, in what you were saying. So yeah, she does videos like that, and then she'll do first impressions, she'll do hauls, Shop My Stash. I love her Shop My Stash because she shows her collection like I do, but her collection is so much prettier than mine. It's like going into a department store. When I see her collection, I'm like, oh, I wish I lived closer so I could go and have a little play. But yeah, I would absolutely love to have a look at her collection up close and personal, but that's not meant to be as she lives in Canada. But yeah, she's got such an amazing collection. Right, so she does new makeup. She's got that Colourpop Stone palette which looks absolutely beautiful, but I refuse to pay that amount of money for drugstore makeup. I mean, Colourpop is drugstore makeup, but it rivals some of the higher end palettes. I really do like it, and I loved my Going Coconuts. That's quite cool toned. Well, it's neutral cool toned, and I love that palette. And obviously the Stoned Fox one looks really pretty, but I don't want to be paying £70 for a palette. It's just too expensive, and if I'm going to pay that amount of money for an eyeshadow palette, for just one single eyeshadow palette, I'll get a Natasha Denona one. Yeah, so that's my personal opinion on that. Not everyone's going to agree with me. So yeah, first impressions. She does collabs as well with other YouTubers. I'm just trying to see what else because I don't want to miss anything. Naomi is, I call her my cool tone girl, because she is the queen of cool tones. She absolutely looks beautiful. She does really gorgeous glam looks and looks beautiful in every look that she creates. So yeah, I really do like her cool toned eyeshadow looks. She is the one that actually got me into cool toned eyeshadows because it looks so beautiful on her. I wanted to try it on myself and just see if I could create some gorgeous cool tone looks. Mine aren't as great as hers, but I am trying, and I am a bit out of my comfort zone when I go to cool toned eye looks. So yeah, she does the most amazing cool toned looks, which I really do like. What else? She's shown a collection recently as well. She did what was the last one? She did a palette collection and declutter on the channel, but she's shown all the rest of her makeup as well on the channel. So you're getting a mixed bag with Naomi's channel. It reminds me a little bit of my own. I try and create as much content as I possibly can that I think people will like. So yeah. Yeah, she does a lot of first impressions. Shop My Stash. She'll do the odd video with her daughter as well, and I think they're really good. I think they make a great team, and I've often said to Naomi, you should do more videos together. But yeah, I really do like them together. They are quite funny. I'm just trying to, I don't want to miss, you know, 3 looks, 1 palette, 3 days. She did that with the Jeffree Star Cremation palette. I really like that palette. I really like it. I didn't when it first came out originally, but obviously I don't want to get it because of all the drama, and if I can't use it on my channel, I don't know if it's a bit pointless me buying it, because every bit of makeup that's in my collection, I do actually use it on the channel, because obviously I do the Shop My Stash, and yeah, palettes especially, I'm always doing 5 days, 5 looks with it, and if I got a palette of that size, I'd probably do about 10 looks with it. So what else? Oh yeah, she does tags as well. Full faces, like I do on my channel. So we'll leave it there for Naomi. I would say go and check out these ladies, like I said, like further down the video. I would really appreciate it. They've got great channels. And then let's move on to DEZI'S Corner. So Desi is fairly new to me. I mean, I've known her for a few months. I don't know how long, but it has been a few months. I would say, so Desi's channel is fairly new to me. I've known her a few months. I think I went to Desi's channel when Amethyst Winters put up, maybe, yeah, there was a collaboration that they did together, and I went over to Desi's channel and looked at it, and I just found her content really good. I binge watched a few of her videos, and I just really liked her immediately. She seems so down to earth, so nice, so friendly, someone that I could really be friends with. So yeah, she does collaborations as well with other YouTubers. She does a cut crease collab with Jen, so yeah, they are really good friends. So she's in a lot of collaborations from what I can see on her channel. She did a recent one unboxing her Jeffree Star boxes that she got for Halloween, and I really loved that one. I love watching unboxings of Jeffree Stars. You know, I wonder what they're going to get in the box, and I really did like it. So yeah, there's the 32 looks using the James Charles palette, which is another one that Amethyst Winters is in, which I said previously. Unboxings for Colour Collab, obviously that's what we're doing. Well, it's a 5 colour collab now. Then she does videos like just using eyeshadow palettes. Let's see. Like she's got one here using my Huda Beauty. I think it's the so she did a video using the Huda Beauty Retrograde palette. She does some amazing beautiful looks. She's really talented, I think. So yeah, there is that one. Then there's quite a few unboxings that she does. That's another collab. From what I can see on her channel, she does a lot of collaborations. She's done one here that I haven't watched, I don't think. It's playing with random makeup in my collection, so I need to watch that. I bet that's interesting. BH Cosmetics haul, so she does hauls. Oh, there's one here, KVD Mystery Box. I've never seen that either, so I'll go and watch that. She's done a giveaway. I don't know whether that was her first giveaway, a subscriber giveaway when she reached 300. I presume it was. I might be wrong. Yeah, a lot of it is where she takes palettes and does looks with them. And then there's quite a lot of BoxyCharm unboxings, and there's this one as well, this Jeffree Star Valentine one, which I haven't watched. So just by me telling you what she does makes me want to go and watch all of these videos. So I'll be watching them later on, Desi. So yeah, I mean, she does a lot of good videos. She's got a lot of good content on her channel, and she is absolutely amazing at doing these eyeshadow looks. So I definitely would go and check her out as well. And then the last one is Uniquely Individually Me, and that's Colleen. So she's the newbie of the group, and I'm so glad that she's come over. I absolutely love the looks that she creates. I cannot wait to see what she's going to create with this 5 eyeshadow look that we're doing. So what she does this series that I like. Let me find it. That's her music. Trying to find it. I'll talk to you about that first, and that's it. Right, so she does this series that I really like to watch. It's Glamour in Pyjamas. So she's doing her makeup when she's in her pyjamas, and I just find that whole concept really good. So yeah, I really like that. Then she does all these really nice eyeshadow looks, these bold and bright eyeshadow looks, and for me, I have to really feel like adventurous to do them. I mean, I'm trying a little bit more now to do bold and adventurous eye looks, but Colleen, ever since I started watching it, has always done them. So yeah, she's another person that's just really talented, I think. I haven't watched a lot of her videos recently, just because I've been a little bit behind. Since I got sick, I've been a bit behind on watching videos. So she does tags as well. I've tagged doing something before now, and she's done that. So Colleen's channel is about being positive, which I really love. I love watching her. You know, she's so positive and upbeat all the time. She does Birchbox unboxings as well. She does a lot of eyeshadow looks on her channel, which is, like I've said, they're amazing. Collabs. What else have we got here? Hauls as well. I think we all do hauls, don't we? yeah, she just does looks with the eyeshadow palettes that she has in her collection and does them on camera just like we all do. Yeah, Colleen just does looks with the eyeshadow palettes that she's got in her collection, and she just, like this one, this fun and creep Halloween look, she does things like that. She's very imaginative when she comes to do her makeup, which I really appreciate as I'm not that creative. And then she does like positive videos like Self-Esteem Sunday, which is really nice. She's shown what her favourite palettes are. That was quite a while ago, that was a year ago. Then she'll do things like, is a palette worth your money? So that saves you buying it if it's not a good palette. So yeah, I feel like she does a mixed bag of everything as well. So guys, that's a little bit of information about the 4 ladies in the collaboration. I just felt like I needed to jump on and explain a little bit more about their channel. They're all beauty channels, and we all just love makeup so much. They're all really lovely ladies, and I'm sure would appreciate it if you went over to their channel and hit that subscribe button and click the notifications bell. So guys, this concludes the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Please click the notifications bell down below. Please share and comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.